And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Like, one thing I liked about Xenoblade and X, like, Xenoblade 1 had a perfect mix between Western art style and Eastern art style. I thought it looked fantastic. Xenoblade 2 was more Western focused. Here's still some Japanese elements, but it was more Western focused, and I thought it was really cool, and the environments looked, they were breathtaking. Here, the environments look cool, not amazing, they look cool, but the characters, I don't know, it's just like, they look kind of, I'm just not digging them. Like, I know people bitch about the Pyra. To be fair, I think she looks kind of cool. I like the aesthetic she's going for. I know what she's meant to be and represent. I think she looks kind of cool. You know, out of all the characters there, she's the one that strikes me the most, just for having the most competent design. The rest of them either look way too edgy or way too stupid. So, you know, I think she looks alright. The game itself, oh yeah, here, use the Earth Seal because I didn't have anything to see him whip and I feel the need to upgrade him. The game in terms of gameplay looks like the typical Xenoblade fare exploring landscapes, though I reckon this time they'll be smaller and more confined, but there'll be more of them, so there's a bigger quantity, they're not as expansive, but it could allow them to really focus their attention on specific areas. Oh yeah, support again. Or is this the first one, or is it the... I think this is the first support between them, yeah. Yeah, this is the first one, I think. Yeah. And it's basically them going on about, like, they do delve into Raph's past and stuff, and why, compared to, like, Lynn's tribe, they're so, you know, quiet and introverted. It's cool. We do learn as to why Raph feels that way. And I also think it kind of foreshadows either this game or Binding Blade because of the stuff he says at the A support. I can't fully remember, but we'll get around to that when we finally get to that bit in the playthrough. Remember, it's chapter 27 they reach the full support. So yeah, I'm making them A support because I just want to. I like a lot of Lynn's supports. You know, I think Lynn's one of the best support characters because I like all of them. But the Raph one is probably my favourite next to the one with Eliwood, which I'm doing Vect Hard mode. That one I think is so underrated. I really like Eliwood as a whole is just really underrated. Bless his soul. Going back to Xenoblade 2. The combat looks interesting, like there seems to be a lot of customization options, which I think is really cool. New character, which we'll talk about in a second. So Xenoblade 2 looks cool, probably is going to be a good game. Not super interested in it, it's not something I'll pick up on launch, might get it for Christmas. But overall, it definitely doesn't look as good as the other two, but we'll decide that when I actually play it. Anyway, this new unit is Harkin. Harkin, I believe he was part of Elbert's, or this Lycia's army, and during the thing, he went he either ran away or he survived, but he was one of the few, so he feels ashamed, and he wanted to infiltrate the Black Fang and take them down, but now we found him. And Isidore and him have like a relationship going on. Yeah, so you can recruit him with the Lord or Isidore, that's why I brought Isidore. In terms of as a unit, Harkin is a very, very reliable and solid unit. He's a hero, level 8, so he automatically comes in good. His stats are nicely balanced across the board. His strength and I think his speed and skill are quite good. Everything else is resistance is pretty good for a physical unit. Everything else is pretty good as well. He comes in just overall very competent, and he has B levels in axes and in swords, which is good. Compared to Raven, he often won't be as strong, fast, or skillful, but he'll be more defensive, better luck, and better resistance, so he's more well-rounded, whereas Raven's just a really hard hitter. Harkin is an overall very solid choice. He's one of the better units in this game, especially when it comes to pre-promotes. You can't really go wrong with Harkin. Raven might be better overall in the long run, but Harkin just at any point, whether it's Hector hard mode or normal mode, he's just a really, really solid and well-done choice. I like Harkin, I think he's cool. I've used him quite a few times in Blazing Sword. You know, him, Isadora, and Louise are the pre-promotes I tend to use the most. Isadora being the one I use the most because I think she's so underrated and I just like her. So Harkin is definitely really cool. He'll be getting some action in this playthrough. Not a lot, but some. Stuff like that. And, you know, his growth rates for pre-promote, they're kind of typical. High HP, everything else is kind of low, except I think speed's 40, so that's not too bad. But overall, yeah, Harkin is a cool guy. Harkin's a cool guy. Alright, continuing on with Nintendo's thingamajig. Splatoon 2, it's just, you know, more stuff. I not gonna lie, because I didn't get the first Splatoon on the Wii U, I really do want to get Splatoon 2 on the Switch because Splatoon looks like a lot of fun, so that's cool. Arms was funny. Oh, yes, he also comes in with a bracelet, which is awesome. Arms was funny because they showed thing how like there's extra stuff and now you have customizable controls. And my brother Isaac said, "Wait, this game only now has customizable controls. Yeah, it's played at Evo Japan." It's like that's like the most baffling thing ever because pretty much all fighting games or anything like that allow for customizable controls. So the fact that Arms got it this late, he was just like, "What the heck?" Oh boy. So there's that. The other thing that made me kind of go, oh shit, was the 2 Bethesda games coming to the Switch. First one is Wolfenstein 2: The New Order, which isn't out yet, but the fact that it's coming is a really good sign that shows that third parties have faith in Nintendo. The second one was Doom. And I was like, fuck. Now I have to get this, because if anyone saw my games I instantly fell in love with, Doom is I can safely say Doom is my favorite first-person shooter of all time. It's probably my top 20 games of all time. I fucking love Doom. And I've been playing, because Overwatch has gotten on my nerves recently because of just how things have been turning out. Like the way it's, like how the matchmaking goes, the really bad netcode, and all the character balances, which is making things so divided. Overwatch is kind of, again, I really have to play Path of Radiance because he was done it now. Okay, I've got to play Path of Radiance after this. But point is, like, I went back to playing Doom and I've been having so much goddamn fun. I just fucking love it. That game puts such a smile on my face. And with the Switch, while people have been saying it's going to be, like, not as graphically intensive, it may not be as much content, it's Doom! I don't care if it's not graphically as intensive. It's fucking Doom! They had me at Doom! They could be like, yeah, you only get, like, half the levels and half the guns. I don't care, you have me at Doom! You have me at Doom, guys! I love that game. And being able to play it on the go is the best thing. Like, I could be on the bus, or I could be waiting for something, or I could be walking, like, in the line to do, like, grocery shopping. And it's like, can you get me? I was like, hey, I'm trying to fight hell barons. Shut up. I'm busy. So, knowing me, when I get my Switch, which I hope to get at the end of the month, just because I want to get Warriors, I would not put it past me getting Doom. Like, I know I have the game for the PC and I've run it at, like, max settings, but it's Doom. Alright, now I've got to play Binding Blade. Alright, so from now on, people, unless it's a killer weapon, the character that crits is the game I have to play. So I've got two Path of Radiances and 1 Binding Blade. Granted, I haven't been keeping up with all the criticals. If I miss one, fair enough. But that's the rule from now on. That's the rule. If it's not a killer weapon, you have to do what the number is. I've got to play the game. So currently, Path of Radiance is winning. The other game we saw, which looked interesting from their first Switch reveal, which we saw more of today, and Olivia's really looking forward to the game, was Octopath Traveler. That game looks really cool, really innovative, and really unique, which I'm very happy to see. I'm glad to see Square Enix going more down the creative route. And I love the art style they're going for. Like they said it was HD, like 2D HD 5. I can't remember what it's specifically called, but it looked really damn cool. I love the artwork. It looks like a callback to like the SNES era, but in HD and like an isometric view. But everything looks just so crisp and clean. And I love like it's the Bravely Default team, and the artwork definitely reflects that. I love the like open-ended design they're going for, and different 8 different stories. So that's why it's called Octopath Traveler. It looks like a really innovative and cool RPG, which I'm glad that Square Enix is going back to doing. Like, I haven't played Final Fantasy, I have Bravely Default, I haven't played it, but I know Square Enix's reputation as a developer. They can be really good and really, really, really innovative. Like, just look at what happened with like the Nier series. I think it was, I can't remember what the first Nier game was called, but I know Nier Automata was like, it's like really damn good. I don't know if they made that game or like helped co-develop it, but the point is, like, I'm glad that Square are, pushing boundaries more. They're really, they're being a lot more innovative and just damn right awesome. So, I really, Octopath Traveler looks really cool. I'm excited for Octopath Traveler. I'll probably get that. Olivia looked really interested in it, and I was like, damn straight. They also showed off, like, just a few other things. New Kirby game. Yeah, new Kirby game. Never huge on Kirby, so what the hell. What else did they show off that was kind of cool? I don't remember now. There was other stuff. Just, It's escaping me. It's escaping me, God. There was a lot that went on in that thingamajig, so I can't remember all of it. But, yes, the last game that looked really, really fucking good was Super Mario Odyssey. Like, oh God. I've never been this excited for a Mario game since Galaxy. It looks, every time you see it, it just looks so much better. Like, Jesus Christ, Galaxy, Odyssey, it's just, oh. I don't know how to describe it, like, just, I love the sandbox, you know, back to Sunshine's Mario 64 thing they're going for, which looks amazing. I love, just graphically it looks great. Though we all said in the thing, when they showed the beach level, yeah, it's still not Sunshine good. Sorry, nothing will beat Sunshine's water, like the water texture they use. Sunshine is the most beautiful water in any video game. I'm sorry, it's just so, I could drink that. I want to drink that. It just looks so much fun. The way the hat's utilized looks really cool. Oh yeah, before we go on, new class for this game, Assassin. They're promoted from the Thief class. And Duke can even hit us. Assassins are they're like along the lines of Sword Masters, where high critical, high skill, very high speed, not too great strength and defense. Assassins, they won't be as strong as Sword Masters, and they won't be as tanky as Sword Masters, but they will dodge like nobody's business. They still have a really good attack. They will double next to everything. This guy won't. And best of all, they critical like there is no tomorrow. Like, honest to God, their critical hit ratio is disgusting. Assassins, generally, while they're not one of my favorites, they are definitely, because they are considered one of the best classes in Fire Emblem, and I totally agree with that. I get it. Assassins are fucking awesome. Do not ever doubt an assassin. If you can get your chance to get your hands on one, which we will in this playthrough, go for it. Assassins are great units. You know, here you really see how great they are, and they get better as the series goes along. Well, yeah, because Sacred Stones, you can get more access to them. Path of Radiance, there's Volk, who makes a damn good assassin. In the 3DS era, like, Awakening Assassins were good, and Master Ninjas and Fates were fucking... They could be downright... They were almost just... They were disgusting, both good and bad. Like, when you had a Master Ninja like Kaze Kagera or Saizo, you just walked through people. When you faced Master Ninjas in Conquest, like Chapter 25, fucking hell, that was so annoying. Because they had so many abilities that just drained you. So yeah, Assassin's great class. They're like the Berserkers of the Sword class, in a way. Kind of, they're kind of like the Berserkers of the Sword class. Sort of, it's kind of a weird analogy. Back to Mario Odyssey. Yeah, it just looks like such a fun Mario game. I love the different worlds. Though admittedly, I looked at the different worlds and stuff like that, and I couldn't help but, like, I think it was one of them, like the one which, like, it's kind of has nature, but it was like also being like industrialized. I couldn't help but think Solid Colors, Planet Wisp. Yeah, because when it's that one when it's being industrialized as a forest area, I couldn't help but think Solid Colors. It was pretty funny. The game just looks really, really fun. I do notice some like the callbacks to other Mario games, like you go through paintings like in 64, there is quite a few Sunshine things, Galaxy as well. It just looks really, really, really cool, and I'm really looking forward to playing it. That song, you know, I can't remember what it's called. Like, I don't know, I think it's called like Jump Up or something like that. I love that song, the jazz feel it's got going for it, it's so good. It looks wonderful, it just looks to be like such a fun game. I don't know if I'll get it day one because I'll be playing Warriors still, and I still think that game's going to eat Warriors sales so badly, so I feel sorry for Warriors. But, you know, Mario Odyssey looks absolutely fantastic. I am very excited for this game. I think what I like most about this entire what I like most about this entire thing was the fact that while there weren't that many first-party announcements, so we did get more information on really good games like, you know, Xenoblade and stuff, I liked how much third-party support Nintendo was getting. Because first-party is something Nintendo never has to worry about, not once. People say that Wii had a crap library, first-party games were amazing. People said the Wii U didn't have good support, third-party support, which it didn't. First parties, some of the best in their own franchises, like, honest to God. It was like, you know, first party's never a problem, but seeing Nintendo have all this third party support, even if it is old games, like even the LA Noire, just having them come here, especially because a lot of them are old games, but they're triple A big games. You know, you're having fucking Doom, man. You have Doom. I'm so happy. It's like, I'm glad to see that Nintendo is getting back into that stigma where you can come to Nintendo for everything. And I'm glad, because that's one thing Nintendo always needed. So if we get more brand new release third-party games, as well as exclusives, then the Switch, I can see, is becoming... I don't have it at the moment, because before, like I said, until like Warriors and Odyssey, I didn't have much reason to get it, because most of it was just ports of Wii U stuff, so it wasn't interesting. But if the Switch is able to have more exclusive stuff, then I could probably get down with the idea of being one of Nintendo's best consoles, because I can't judge it yet, but I can see why so many people think it's, like, honest to God, amazing. I can see, like, it's very simple. Its gimmick is not even that gimmicky, it's just a really genius concept, and so far the library, while not exactly new, has got quite a lot of variety to it, so, you know, I can see myself a lot. Everyone has said, like, Fourth was me on Twitter loves the Switch, Zane loves the Switch, people just keep going on about how great the Switch is, and I'm actually glad that the Switch is doing well. You know, I was doubtful at first, but, you know, Nintendo have turned it around, and I hope they keep this going, though. I hope this isn't the case with the Wii, where for the first 2 years it's good, but then Nintendo get really lazy and carried away with their success, because that really hurt the Wii in the long run, and I hope they don't do that here. So, Raven and Lucius' support. This one is kind of cool because it kind of comes full circle for Raven, because he does ask about, like, Lucius' opinion on the matter, and even he has to admit, like, the rumor about the people saying Ostia killed his family is like, considering all we've been through, the people we've seen, it doesn't seem right. So, Ravens now wants to, you know, wants to find out the truth for himself. And he wants Lucius to stay away so that he has someone to return to when he, you know, finishes his journey. But Lucius is like, well, why don't you just marry someone so I can come with you? It's like, I don't need anyone to jabber at me. You already do that. So crazy hinting, him and Lucius are kind of have a thing going on. Like, it's not official, but I always saw Raven and Lucius as kind of like a gay couple. Just because it kind of makes so much sense. Like, Raven's a bitter person. Lucius has always been his friend. And Raven's family were really nice to him, so they're very close. So, you know, I can get down with that. And why is Lynn's strength higher than her speed? This is weird. It should never be like this. Lynn's strength is higher than Lynn's speed. There's something very wrong here. Very, very wrong, but you know what? Let's just go with it. You know, gay characters aren't new to Fire Emblem, and, you know, but often what I like about Fire Emblem is that it does homosexual relationships, but it definitely doesn't do it in your face. It just says, like, you know, it just gives you an idea, like, they could potentially be gay. That's one of the things I like about Ike, because Ike, like, if someone said I ship Ike with Soren, Ranulf, or Elincia, I could buy any of them. Like, because Ike and Elincia, I can get that. I don't personally ship it. Ike and Ranulf, I get that. Ike and Soren, I get that. But even if you disagree, again, I can totally get that. I get, like, why, I can get down with why, you know, people would ship Ike with these different characters, because Ike is the type of person where he just gets along with everyone, and he's got good relationships with all of them. But neither one of them are remotely romantic. They're not openly romantic relationships, which I like. It's more ambiguous. If I can think of other gay characters, like Niles and Corin can be gay, which I can get down with. I'm trying to think, what like other quote-unquote gay characters in Fire Emblem. Like Heather, like there's apparently like the way Heather plays out, she has a thing for Nephany, which if they went through with those supports, I could get down with that, because Nephany's always had massive confidence issues. So seeing someone like Heather think she's really, really good looking, regardless of like her status and like stuff like that, I reckon, you know, that could be a real, like, Nephany could really warm up to Heather and just really like see her in a more romantic sense, because Heather sees her for how beautiful she actually is. So I could definitely get down with like Nephany and Heather being gay. Trying to think of other characters that, you know, kind of hint towards it. Element Hex being gay, even though, you know, they obviously get married, I wouldn't put it past them. Again, I would not put it past them. Heck, I could get down with like Florina and Lynn being gay, because again, how close they are, especially because Florina, because she has that, you know, fear of men, she can be really close to Lynn, because not only is she a woman, but she's also a really good friend. And also, we just happen to get the Fire Emblem. It's like, really? Got it that easy? Again, in this game, the Fire Emblem's such an underwhelming thing. It's like, oh, here it is. Yeah, it's about as underwhelming as Desmond. Oh boy. Any other characters that could be like Sephiroth. Like this kind of might be spoilers for Path of Radiance and the Radiant Dawn. Like Sephiroth and Zelgius, I could totally see as being gay together because like those two are the only two who really connect with each other. They've been through so much. They can relate to each other, and they've been so close, especially when everyone else is distant from them. I could totally get, especially at the end, because that was the person you last thought of, Zelgius. I could totally get Zelgius and Sephiroth getting it on, like totally 100%. In fact, I would be proud if they were gay. I'd be like, yes, you two should be gay. Yeah, and as you can see here, Sonya says, look, if you do your job, I will hug you, stroke your face, and Nino is ecstatic. Like, she's so happy just to get stuff that any mother should do with their child. Like, Jesus Christ, Nino, you're so cute, and not Sonya, you are so horrible. Especially because of what happens when Nino leaves. Just, like, you'll see the dialogue. I'm trying to think of other gay characters. Were there any gay characters in Awakening? I can't remember, actually. Yeah, I can't remember if Awakening had... No, I think Awakening didn't have any because they didn't want to promote same-sex marriages in that game, so thingamajig. Trying to think. Oh, I'm trying to think of other Fire Emblem games where they could be potentially gay. I can't... off the top of my head, I don't think... Binding Blade doesn't get anyone in particular. Unless you want to go the typical like, Cain and Abel route, but even then, Sane is definitely not gay. Sane is 100% not gay. But even like, look at Sonya now. She's just like, oh yeah, by the way, kill Nino because I think she's useless. It's like, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. But you can see why you can get like so much of a lust vibe going on. Like she's, you know, mastermind, seductive, powerful. She thinks everything is beneath her and she uses everyone as pawns. Like, I swear to God. I don't know who saw what first, alright, but you can see the inspirations. Like, or did Fire Emblem 7 and Fullmetal Alchemist take inspiration from a source we don't know of, and they just happen to have like this is the original Lust and Sonya? Ugh. This is really bugging me. Other characters that could potentially be gay in Fire Emblem. Oh boy. But sorry, that we're gonna leave it at that because that's the end of the part. So when we next come back, we will be taking on what many consider the worst chapter in Blazing Sword. We're going to get one of the most, like, quite an emotional moment and a challenging chapter, and we're going to show Nino the light side of Fire Emblem. I don't know if the Q&A session will start because there's still a lot to talk about, you know, regarding that chapter and stuff, but thank you all for watching. I hope you're not too upset with, Zane and Olivia probably going to be quite absent for the rest of this Let's Play. I do plan to have them back by the end, but until then, thank you for watching. Have a great time, and Lynn is once again in Warriors. Woo!